guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into today's topic, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. You check out my Instagram and my IG handle, and you give it a look and a follow to the side. Now, before I get into today's topic of how I edit my videos, I just want to make this statement due to what's going on around in the world, and it was just something I felt everybody should talk about and it should be brought to everybody's attention. Due to the tragic events of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmed, I cannot pronounce his last name, and the other lives that was lost to brutality of the police, I just want to make it loud and fucking clear that Black lives will and always have matter. Black lives are just important as the next person's race. When we say Black Lives Matters, we're not saying that other lives don't matter. We're saying Black lives is equally important just as the next person's race. Black people are the most underrated, underestimated, treated poorly, treated like shit, the crabs in the barrel, whatever you could possibly think of. We are like the last human discarded race on this earth, and it's just very unfortunate because Black people are the most creative, beautiful, humble, hardworking, revolutionary, determined, smart, educated, and so more. My point being is that we're dope as hell. We just happen to be Black African American people of this shitty ass country. And we're all here and we're all trying to make it to our families at the end of the day. We're trying to make a name for ourselves. So, in no way, shape, or form, right, as a police officer, do you have the right to shoot a Black man down or a Black woman down because of the color of their skin because you feel threatened. That is a personal issue that you need to work on and you should take up with God Himself, and you should reflect and think about what the fuck you just did. Now, enough of that issue because I don't want to go into depth and get emotional and say the wrong or right thing. All I know is as a Black creator, as a Black woman, it's hard enough in this country to try to make it and make a name for yourself without the police trying to beat you down, without the system trying to beat you down, without the government not really being here for you. It's just hard. And this is why we have movements of the Black Lives Matter and more. Now, after this video, I will leave all the links and numbers down below that you can call and contribute to, like I have done over the past week. So now, let's just get into how I edit my videos. So, I'm going to show you guys how I edit my videos. I'm going to show you the apps I use and some of the apps you can use. So, I'm going to switch over to my computer and show you guys what it is. Sit tight. As you can see, I already have my iMovie open. This is the first app that I use to edit my video. I'll take you to the other ones that I use to edit and promote my videos and stuff as well. So I basically use iMovie, but I do not use the iMovie app on my iPhone because I don't know. I feel like the layout is super different and I just really don't get into like editing. Oh my god, excuse this car. I just don't get in the editing mode when I'm on iMovie. It feels more like a short project that I'm supposed to do. Or you could use Final Cut Pro, but I think Final Cut Pro is like $120 and you have to have crazy space. And my Sims 4 already takes some crazy space, so iMovie will have to do for now. So let's get out of that. So the next thing that I use to edit and promote my YouTube videos is Fonto. So I use Fonto to create my thumbnails. For example, I'll give you the latest one that I just did, which happens to be, yeah, my bike ride. So this is the one that I use, and this is how I edit it. So you basically go click to the your left side or maybe your right. I don't know. I'm not too sure. And you will click add item. You can click any one of these that are free, but I think I bought all of them for like $1.99 and it was open and stuff like that. But you basically click this one of these items. So I'll click the bubble. I love my bubble. If you notice, all my thumbnails have bubbles in it. And then you basically click on the bottom or anywhere on the screen. You add text, blah 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 blah. You can align it left, center, or right. I usually prefer center, and then you'll just click your little word, which is right here. You click style again, and then these are the different strokes and background and text you can make it pop out. So you can pick any color for your text. I'll pick that one. The stroke to make it more bold or whatever and outline it. It could be like yellow, and then the background could be like, I don't know, pink or whatever if you want to have a background border. But most of the time when I'm writing in my bubbles, I do not. So you go to the bottom, you size it, you can tilt it, you can move it, and stuff like that. And you just put it in to the size you want. And yeah, so that's how you just basically create your thumbnails. You can use any picture for the most part, and you can use any font or whatever. But I think if you want to use like special effects or like you want to add more stuff, they do charge you $1.99 or maybe two. So I recommend getting all of that. But yeah, so this is where I literally come to basically create my thumbnails and attract you guys to watch my video. So now moving on to the next one. Also, I'll leave all of these apps that I'm mentioning down below. And the next one that I sometimes use but I don't really use, but if you're into like creating like your own banner or stuff like that, then I highly recommend getting the eraser app. Now the eraser app is literally to erase the background you have in the picture. For example, let's choose one. I forgot which picture I used before for my banner app, but yeah, what picture it was, but let's just pick this one for example. I love this picture. Say I didn't want this background, I would click the eraser, click the width and how wide I want my eraser to be, and then I get the eraser. So basically you would just boop 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 erase all of that like I'm doing now. And just yeah, erase it, boom 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 boom. Create her little hair, then you go over here, boom 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 boom. Oh God, I erased her hair, which I was not trying to do. I'm just basically trying to show you guys what it is. So you would click done, right? And that's how it would look. So it wouldn't look exactly like this if you take your time, but it's basically what it says to erase your background and make your picture pop out more. So this is a very tedious app, especially when it comes to erasing and trying to get everything perfect and make your picture stand out. So yeah, if you want this app, I highly recommend it. I use this for my banner that you guys see when you come to my YouTube page. And that's how my pictures look popped out, and it's like just front and center how I wanted it to be. So if you're into making banners, intros, outers, I highly suggest you use the eraser app. So let's move on to the next one. The next one that I use is the fonts app. Fonts app is basically what is called font app. You can basically write your captions in different fonts and stuff like that. And I think it has over maybe 50 or 25. All you have to do is basically download it and download this app, go to your settings, and I think click keyboard 2, and you will have all these apps to use. Now, a preview of how they look, I'm going to show you right now. So I did maybe like three. So this was the first one that I used when it came to this app. So basically, no, sorry, this is not it. This one. Okay, so you can see the font is already different. I basically used this font and then I copied it into my Instagram box. But to order to use this font and to have it come out just like how this layout is, you have to, which is very, very important, you have to type it in notes. In order for it to keep these spaces that you see in between my paragraphs, you must use a bullet point or like a little dash so it can lay perfectly just like this. Also, try not to use a lot of hashtags because according to Instagram, you can only use 30. I might have went overboard on the hashtag, but that's not the point. But if you want this exact font, this exact layout, so you won't have this big ass paragraph, and you know people hate to read big ass paragraphs. So this is the way to keep your readers and your audience to keep reading. Let me show you how it looked on my Instagram page, which you guys should follow by the way. So this is my Instagram. Isn't she lovely? But yeah, you guys should definitely follow me. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, look at my icon picture. It's iconic. But anyway, let me show you guys the font that I recently used. So yeah, boom. So, you see how my font and my layout stay exactly the same? You must keep it like that in your note sections in order for it to come out. And what I noticed is that when I use these type of fonts, it is laid out like this versus when I'm just writing a little short paragraph to get people to go watch my videos or this and that, or when I'm in a rush, it doesn't get the same amount of views and love like that. So this is how I used to write my captions to watch my videos before. And as you can see, it didn't really I mean, if I was an outsider looking in, I would just be like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. It's like I'm not really putting no thought, no emotion behind it into even as why you guys should watch my videos. So when I figured out the other way to do it and promote it, it's like I'm giving you more emotion, more engagement, and I'm actually getting more engagement as I'm saying that. And you guys, they are clicking and watching more of my videos. So I say go with this one. I actually picked up that little piece of clue from something or someone on Instagram actually, and it has been working ever since. So if you want more people to engage in your captions and in your stories, please, please, please use the preview. I mean, the Fonts app. It really, really works. And don't forget to check out my Instagram, ladies and gents. Okay, okay. Moving on. So the next, oh, gotta close my bank. I have my bank up here and everything. So the next one that I sometimes use, but I'm still having like a hard time using, is the Plano app. So basically, for the Plano app, you have to link your Instagram to the Plano app, and post you want to whatever post you want to put for them to upload it, they do it on a scheduled time. Like, for example, I did this one and it actually didn't post. It just reminded me to post. So I don't know if that's the purpose of it, but like the whole purpose of me downloading this app was for them to post it. So I wouldn't have to post it so I could work on editing my other videos and thumbnails and stuff. But it didn't do that. So I could definitely be using it wrong. But basically, that's what it is. And it also uploads to your story too, but you have to pay for that. I didn't pay for all of that because I just got used to doing all of that by myself. But so yeah, so I'm gonna keep the Plano app. So far, so good. I just have to figure out how to use it, and we'll go from there. So if you're interested in having things telling you what time, when to post, and it's time to post, then definitely download that. But I'm still figuring out how it works because I'll be lost as fuck. So the next one that I use is actually not even in that folder. I use this one, the square fit. So this is basically to make your picture either wide or make it square like that. I usually like my pictures to be squared. I don't like it wide like that. I don't know why, it's just so yucky to me. But anyways, I prefer that. This is where I upload all my thumbnails in case if it comes out too wide. Like this one was too wide for me, so I didn't really like it. But the cool thing about that, when it's wide like that, you can actually go ahead and use your two fingers and make it to however you want it, and it'll post. So you just click next, and it'll give you the options to save, or you could just automatically share it to your Instagram and stuff like that. So that app is pretty cool. The next one that I also use is GIF GIFs. Of course, when you're making videos and it's kind of long or whatever the case may be, you want to add little GIFs to catch your readers' attention, eye, or whatever the case may be. So I use GIFs. I'm a big fan of GIFs. Like in all my text messages, I communicate with GIFs. So I try not to overdo it. I try to keep GIFs to like 3 or 4 per video. That's probably still a lot. Sometimes I try to do 2, but depending on what kind of video it is, I just use 3 or 4. So yeah, so I think that's about it with the apps that I have, and how I use to edit my videos and stuff like that. Trying to see if I'm forgetting anything. No, because I basically showed you guys how I edit, how I promote on my Instagram, what I use, and what you guys should use. So yeah, so I believe that's it. If I left anything down below, please let me know that you want to see, and I'll make another video like this. But so far, this is pretty much what I use to edit and create my videos. So I hope you guys like this video, and you can give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!